Good morning. Today is the day that I am attempting the Walk Away Dress Challenge by Stephanie Canada. She very kindly emailed this pattern and the envelope and the instructions out to anyone that wanted to participate, because the idea of the walkaway dress is that you start it after breakfast and that you're able to wear it out for lunch on the same day. So I've had my tea, I've put my makeup on, so I'm ready to go out for lunch the minute it's finished. I'm going to start my timer and see how long it takes me. Now, my first attempt went horribly awry. A lot of that had to do with my inexperience of technical difficulties, but we'll see how it goes. If worse comes to worse, there won't be much filming and there will be much more sewing, so we'll see. But wish me luck and we'll see how this goes.
I started by folding my contrasting fabric on the cross grain, allowing me to cut my circle skirt portion out on the fold all in one piece. I used a Little Miss cobwebs and raspberries for the circle skirt portion, and I used a skull print that almost looked like polka dots in pink for the rest of the dress. I only need 1.8 meters of fabric for the circle skirt portion because I'm not very tall. I'm fairly short. Some of my tips for making this dress is it'll be faster to use chalk than tailor's tacks, or at least for me it is because I'm not very fast. I'm relatively slow. And don't stay stitch the waistline of the skirt because you do need to stretch and possibly clip that curve to make it fit the back piece. Do stay stitch the neckline because it is rather wide and unruly. One of the shoulder sides tends to be longer than the other, and the shorter side should be stretched to fit, and it makes it lay nicely over the shoulder. Don't try to skip cutting into the side dart. This side dart is basically your side seam, so it works best if you sew the bust dart and then do your side dart. I did it backwards, so it's not the end of the world if this happens. It's just nicer the other way around. And here I'm still marking all my pieces in chalk and transferring it to both sides. It probably takes me longer to do all the markings than it really does the sewing of the pieces together. But I use bias tape to hem the skirt. The skirts, I stitch it down on the right side on the fold line and press it completely over to the back and top stitch it down. This is a great way to hem circle skirts because of the curvature. It can make it just irritating. I use French seams to attach the skirt to the back. This seam is under a fair amount of tension because you want it firmly wrapped around your waist to stop the dress from pulling backwards, which is a complaint I've heard from this pattern. I also use French seams on the shoulder seams just because it's a nice finish. For the bias trim, I unfold the tape and stitch on the fold line, then fold the tape over, pressing it in place using lots of steam. The more time you take in folding and pressing this tape to the back, the nicer will lay. Then I stitch in the ditch, making sure to match my thread to my fabric color, although top stitching the bias tape in place might be faster, but I would still recommend pressing it into shape first. I ended up using button pins on the front to hold my buttons on because I bought not washable buttons, but it really did save me a lot of time to not have to sew them on. And I make button loops out of the bias tapes and just stitch them down onto the front in one solid wave. To hold the front piece to the back, I had bought a bra closure, so it's the hooks and eyes on a piece of an elastic, and this holds the front nice and firmly against my body. Some of my corners aren't as mitered nicely as the first round of corners because I started rushing. But yeah, after finishing it up and snipping all your loose threads, voila, you are done and you can walk away to lunch.
It's been 4 hours and 40 minutes, but my Halloween Love Core dress is done. I could totally wear it out. I think it needs to be steamed, but I'm happy with the fit. I do think that I am going to rip off the neck bindings and put it on again. I don't think I took enough time steaming it into shape, so it is like not as nice as it could be. But I'm very happy with my walkaway dress and my pink Love Core, pink core Halloween print. I got pink spider webs on the bottom and pink skulls on the top, and hopefully I'll have some nice shots of it later for you. Here is my finished walkaway dress for Steffi Canada's Walkaway Dress Challenge. I'm very happy with it. And here I am visiting my favorite grave I like to visit when I'm in town, because Elizabeth here has her name down on it like 3 times, and we share a name and the font's just so pretty. I love stopping by to say hello. If you like what I've done so far and you'd like to help me get better, please like this video and subscribe. Any comments and constructive criticism would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching.